President Trump has added a $54 billion increase to what is already the world's largest military budget at around $600 billion annually. Plenty of people on the TV have voiced opinions about the huge budget increase, but a lot of those people just hate Trump because he eats pizza backwards, sucks at pottery class, or just because he likes boobies.
Hey, yourself.
And while some people just want to make fun of our president because of that one time when he fell into a dumpster, what they're not saying is that you have the U.S. government and the military-industrial complex with their huge budget to thank for your awesome life. Everything you enjoy and rely on exists for one reason. The United States military developed it or funded the development of it to kill people. And in a recent survey of American voters, the vast majority rated killing people as their fourth favorite thing, with watching people get killed on television coming in third. And the U.S. has developed the coolest ways to kill people as well as the most efficient ways to televise it. From Samuel W. Francis inventing the spork in 1874 to Alexander Graham Phone inventing the telephone whenever that happened, to Nikola Tesla inventing Thomas Edison, who went on to invent staying up late and wasting your life. Every invention was evil and had a military purpose. And without a military budget, we wouldn't have any of the cool things we love today, like cars, guns, radios, televisions, microwave ovens, free pornography, instant mashed potatoes, and those little plastic things on the ends of shoelaces. It's all thanks to our military funding of evil scientists.
Evil? We don't create evil things.
Some might see this long-range people-skinning laser as evil-ish.
That was only designed so you could peel an orange in your kitchen while sitting comfortably in your living room.
Well, now it's used to peel enemy soldiers overseas while you sit comfortably at the Pentagon.
Well, what about this translator device? That's going to make it easier for people to talk to each other. And with the exception of almost everything my wife ever says to me, communication is always good.
Well, actually, the military is also going to use it to interrogate prisoners. Listen, just to be safe, why don't we clear everything away, except the ficus?
You mean a man-eating ficus?
A lot of people know the story of John Willys, who bought the Overland Automotive Company in 1908. Willys Overland built basic cars for consumers without much notable success until 1941, when the United States entered World War II and put out a request for bids from companies to build a general-purpose light vehicle to help troops kill more people in more places more quickly. Hence the birth of the most awesome little truck the world has ever known. The Willys GP for general purpose, or as we know it today, the Jeep. Thank you, government. A few times a year I travel between South Florida and South America. The flight usually takes about 3.5 hours.
Who goes to South America?
People go to South America.
Yeah, and they come back with things taped to their large intestine.
So because of a few bad apples, you're gonna impugn an entire continent?
Yes, I'm impugning a continent.
But it used to take a DC-3 more than twice as long while carrying only about a fifth the number of passengers. It's the U.S. military-funded development of jet engines that's responsible for the reduction in time. Thanks, military-industrial complex. The internet was developed by the Department of Naval Intelligence as a way to share classified information with spies around the world, not for you to search for an exception to Rule 34. GPS was developed by the military in order to guide missiles, not to get your pizza delivered faster.
Game day bucket go boom.
And those creepy pictures of unborn children inside their host organism isn't why the military funded ultrasound research.
Hypersonic sound, or HSS, projects a narrow beam of sound which can only be heard by a specifically targeted person.
Field testing shows that the subject, or victim, as I like to call people helped by Viridian technology, can be hundreds of feet away and will hear the message as though it's being whispered only to them.
This is the sound laser. It's a parametric speaker. That means that instead of projecting sound as far and loud as possible, it creates a laser beam of sound you can project anywhere.
Thank you, evil scientists. Laser pointers weren't invented to annoy people in movie theaters, and smartphones weren't developed to tell you the weather. Just look out the window.
Is that rain? Yes, it appears to be raining.
All these things that we thought were impossible just 25 years ago are the things that we take for granted today.
Really makes you think, huh, Morty? We should never take things for granted. What? I'm just saying, life's short. We shouldn't take things for granted. Are you saying granite? Well, yeah. It's granted! With a D! Take things for granted! Did you actually think it was... Jesus Christ, Rick! What are you, a boulder rock person? How long have you been saying that wrong? Oh, you like that, huh? I bet that really blows your mind. I mean, yeah, it's kind of great. You want me to erase it? What?
And things that seem futuristic today will soon become staples of modern American life because the United States military is spending money on research and development. Today's high-tech weapons will become tomorrow's gadgets and conveniences. The military's flying killer robots will become tomorrow's self-driving taxis, and we won't have to worry about traffic tickets, DUIs, or high insurance premiums. The military's corpse-eating battlefield robot killers will become your dishwashing sex robots. And never again will we have to pretend that Toddlers in Tiaras is interesting television programming or explain why $500 shoes are not an investment.
Wanna help me with the dishes?
No. I'll just watch.
Okay.
So the next time you drive a Jeep or use your smartphone, remember, your life is awesome because of the United States military's massive budget. Thank you, unrestricted government spending.